Alright, I'm back. And we are going to use nextJS instead. I watched enough videos to to get familiar with it. So let me not familiar. Let me just hold on. Let me close this. Let me delete this. Let me Alright, let me figure out, let me do a new project. And then let me see here. To start a nextJS project. My nextJS app. Alright. npx create next app at latest music randomizer next new. Would I like to use TypeScript? Yes. 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 Source directory, yes. Yes. Use the customize import alias. I don't know, sure. Oh. So as long as I could get the UI up. The difference with the UI though will be tremendous. Like, alright, but then I did want to add, okay, hold on. Apparently it is a new repo. Alright, so now in the code, there's that. But then, how do I start it? Why am I not? Okay. Alright. Pages. But what? Page TSX. It is not updating live. Sure the dev server is running. Okay. Alright, so let me okay, hold on. Pin on it. There we go. Oh yeah, pin it. Alright. So if we are going to, I guess what we want to do here though is check out how the file structure works. But it should auto format. Like, why does it not auto adjust? Let me just check. Styles. Alright, I'm gonna do components. Then I'm gonna do new folder for styles. Wait, hold on. And then scripts. Oh, and then images. Oh, but wait, this is connected to a... But if this is connected to the... Oh, what's this? What is this? Why is this not picking up the changes? The hell? What folder is this part of? Oh, so yeah, it doesn't detect changes like that. Okay. But then okay, so then I think one thing about my site. All right, so then so material UI. So I think I still want to do material UI. Okay, and then I'm gonna need a few sections here. Because I don't know how this is set up. So like, does it support I'm actually gonna have to watch tutorials. I'm gonna actually have to watch a tutorial on this because I actually don't know how React nextJS is set up. Because like I know how to create a component, I know how to like connect things, but the difference with this is does it have its own state management system like?
Try to teach you as much as I can in 5 minutes about nextJS. First step is don't read the docs. Just go over here to a terminal and say npx. Typically, you have a data access directory. As simple as this. Say users page. And now we text here. Let's copy this page, and I want to show you that you can make a new page. As simple as this. Say users page. And now we can go to the top route and just say /users, and notice that that new page shows up. So now let's learn about data fetching. So typically, you have like a data access directory. I'm going to go ahead and just say, put a users file in here. I have some code that basically just stores and retrieves from a global storage so that when Next is restarting, I don't lose this data. But we have two methods, get user and update user. Let's try to use them in our React server component. So when a page loads, often you want to fetch data. So how do you do that? We'll put async in front of this. I can say const user is equal to get user. Like this. But we need to pass.
I hate, honestly, personally, I hate like coding like languages that are like terminals that autofill. It's so annoying. Just like it makes it so much harder to follow along because it's like, what are you doing?
Add another folder here called user ID right here. User ID.
This is broken. This is crazy.
Passed over in the path parameters. And remember to await on any promises, and we can actually just display this name right here.
This is kind of OP. So like the thing is, I'm gonna have to like look at my code and then like study it to know like how to transfer things over. So I'm gonna need like a let me create a Google Docs here of like how to transfer things over because it's only gonna get like, if I don't like look it up or like do it, I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be very difficult. So let me see here. So I'm gonna do artist pages, use folder method of And then I don't like know so much about TypeScript.
If you
So.
go back to the app and now type in like 50, you should see user John Doe.
But like this would be easy for like the artists, for like the artist pages.
Now the key thing to point out is that this technically is coming from the next button, and then we'll say submit. Now by default, data.
So form action use serve. So this is all like the same class names. I don't know where the hell he's getting this from. This is all the same. This is like just React.js stuff. I need to know like about like
New name, date, new action, location.
async user. Oh, you actually have to. That's the one thing I hate about TypeScript, but it is what it is.
And just submit the user ID that way. But this is just, notice that it shows that quick loading state over here. Now to kind of add a fake delay, let's just go ahead and say sleep 1 second, and then add a promise that just takes some time. And I'll say testing again, click submit, and notice that it does say
okay, this honestly did not. This did not do that much of a state manage.
On top of that,
State managers are your code, are making your code worse than React. That's only if you know how to use them.
Next.js already does data fetching for us, as well as sending that data to the components. So a good
What the fuck are we doing here?
in our applications, most what we do is use state. So all of these are going to be with some
Guy's terminal is tripping.
system, or with
What is going on in this guy's
with
terminal?
use state, or with use content, and as fully rendered, and then all of the data for that. So now on the client side, we can do our filtering. So let's go implement that. So the first thing I need to do is define some state for our filter. So I'm going to have a use state in here, and we'll use that to define our filter. Now we'll go and add some markup to actually give us a text box that connects to that filter and then sets the filter. The page props, now that fetcher. So this is our fetcher for our Pokemon. And we'll rename this to be initial Pokemon, because this is going to see the initial data of our React query. So now let's do our React query down here. Give the key as Pokemon, and then we'll say that we have got that get Pokemon fetcher. And now we need to use our initial Pokemon. So the way that we do that is we give it an option of initial data and give it our initial Pokemon. So let's hit save. All right, let's fire up our...
But it's more of like a class. Oh my god, I don't like. I'm asking things like I could easily ask ChatGPT. Does not include it. So then what the fuck do you use in Next.js? Local. So everything's just set on a use state, but then like okay. But then the hardest part about this is I'm gonna have to set up those other monitors when I do this project, because there's no way I can there's no way I can do this project once at a time. So like I think like the way that I need to do this is like this, in which, because I have a lot of hold on. getting distracted. Alright, but there's a lot of things, like when I look at my code, there's a lot of things that I'm gonna have to transfer over, like this stuff. So like I'm gonna need to know how to transfer this stuff over, in which it's gonna take a while, but hold on, let me just let no one know. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the most done. Here, but yeah. So I need to learn some stuff here. But it looks like it only uses like use state like stuff. So let me think. So rules of nextJS primarily uses use state. But the other thing is though is like so then it's like React.js, but like so
Okay, and it looks like we need.
so like one thing I need to do is like if it I don't want to use Carbon. Well, if I use Carbon, let me hold on. Material UI docs. I did not mean that, but this is what React components. View templates. Let's see. Components API. Button. These are terrible buttons. Okay, let's go back to dark. These buttons. Let's see here. Contained. A switch. Text field. But the thing is, one thing we need to do here though is like, so let me create a like a to-do list here. So let's do a to-do to-do.txt. So one thing Alright, so one thing I need to do is set up main UI page. 2, get, so then this will be like top toolbar, bottom toolbar. 2, get like artist pages could be last. Like honestly, like the thing is, so then get sidebar set up. But then the one thing I want to do is like I want to like look up like certain things like sidebar done in material UI. What? How old is this? See, I don't want to do like a toolbar like that, although it would be useful. Material UI sidebar. I don't want to do sidebar menu. I want to do sidebar like sort of like this, but always
Alright then, so in our layout component right here, I'd like to make a side drawer for the navigation. So for example, top inside it. So let's start fleshing this out. Very, very primitive draw. And if I save it, you might not actually now sit next to this instead of going over it. So if I save it and preview, that looks in.
Did this get finished? Like I'm so confused on what I'm looking at here.
Right then, cool. So that is our basic drawer created in the
Drawer. Accordion. Yeah. This I'm gonna use a lot. Oh my god. Ew, why does it detach like that? Auto navigation, pagination. Pagination for sure I'm gonna probably be using a lot. Container, let's see. Don't know what I'm looking at there. Data grid, oh my god. Data grid. This will probably be the community version. I do. Data grid. Oh, I see what that is. Okay. But then, let's see here. Where, oh wait, how do we get back to material? They have different things here, okay. Components API, what does that mean? Well, this, like, I don't know what that means, like, when it comes to components API, like, what? What's different about it? Data display, feedback, navigation. Oh, here, drawer. So this is exactly what I want, but does it have a, swipeable? Okay, I don't know. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm gonna use. So then let me write that down in my notes. So sidebar setup, use mini variant drawer for it. And then one thing I want to set up, like I need to like look at what my site is and then determine what I'm gonna code it with. So like when I look at my site, I don't know, I have it here. I need to like, that's sort of what I have right now. It's like something small, but I need something like there, like that. So I'm gonna do that, and then the toolbar here will be pretty much the same. If I look at like Spotify's, it's pretty much the same here as well. I am going to like move this to the toolbar as well though. So bottom toolbar also include like next song list. But the thing is though, how does like one page communicate to the other? So like that's the one thing I need to figure out is how does it communicate with the other? So how to implement the nextJS, how to call SQL. How to connect to a nextJS how to connect nextJS to a
How to
database.
set up a nextJS application to connect to a database with as little time as possible. So we have a nextJS app over here already created. I'm going to be using Drizzle ORM to connect to a database, and for a database, I'm using SQLite, or specifically Torso as the host. This is not sponsored. I just like Torso. So let's just go to Torso. You basically need this. You read the caveats. You also need .env.
Dog, what the fuck am I looking at here? Hold on.
Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will create connection between next.js and MySQL database. So we will just connect our next database. The test can complete it after check with MySQL tables. I will use this post table, okay, to create.
Okay, so he is using
this
okay.
post database, and I will pick the posts
Just docking
from the database.
doxing people's
So
names
let's
here.
start. Okay, let's come to our next app. After creating your next JS app, so we need to install the MySQL NV file and write all those code through the data. I think that's working. The types, yeah, that is okay. So just come here, and I will create a function export. Need to do really quickly write process type env dot password. Here return next from API becomes. So it means that like this, and we will respond.
But then we're gonna have to have a lot of these, and then root.js, and I recall we're gonna probably have to do a ton of these.
Simply I will return posts. Save that, route or that save that, and
Pages. So then we're gonna need to do like something like that in our code base. So first and then 3 set up SQL database connection. So let's do this for day 1. Day 1. Day 2. Move add settings. Okay, then let's do this. 1. Add settings page. Alright, settings pop-ups. Setting pop-up, report pop-up, other main page pop-ups. 2. One thing we're gonna need to do, so if we set up a database connection with all the SQL scripts. 2. One thing we're gonna need to do here is ensure site is mobile friendly at this point. Because I don't want to like get so far into it and then have it not work. Set up class functions for things like users likes and users settings or users info. Ensure cookie system works. Day 3. So then what are we going to do on day 3? What we are going to do is when we look at the site, we're going to say ensure main page is working fine. So then we're going to do that. Make sure all the functions on the main page work as intended. So then we do that, and then And I think that would be good for 3 days. So then day 4, set up artist page. Day 5. I mean, honestly, day 4 will take. So we're gonna have, I think, almost 10 days. 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we will have 10 days. So because a lot of these are just queries, like song lyrics, we just call a query. But then we want to make sure the code is clean. So ensure code is still working on mobile friendly. And then what else do we want to do? I guess artist pages. No, we already said that. Stats pages. Day 6. Music games page. And then what else do we have? Settings. Why is this public? That's so odd that I have that public there. That settings redirect page. Cookie / privacy policy in place. All the So this is what I have so far. Of course, it's easier said than done, but I have this for day 1, and which will be that Sunday, I think. Because I'm busy on the 18th. So yeah, on the 19th, Sunday, Monday, and then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'll have 8 days. 7 and 8. But the site's not the changes aren't going to go live. So as long as I get the most here done. Working fine, then I will be good. Let's go back to this video. Hold on.
Now let's run our next app.
Let me
Right here, npm run here. Press enter so it will run our next app. Let's go to this URL.
So I'm gonna have to sort of write the scripts and then do a lot of call back and forth there, because I'm gonna do a select all from I just need to move over my PHP scripts, and then so we'll no longer be using PHP, so then we're gonna have to be finding alternatives.
Inside this array, look at all the
Yeah, so it has all the data here.
posts that we will, which is post. Is posts.
Alright, so this video is a good video. Let's just React documents here. And then what difference, let me see here. Difference between MUI and TUI.
Mastered Ultra Instinct versus True Ultra Instinct, a debate that sparked.
I thought this was fucking. Oh my god, I thought it was about Material UI and TUI. Can this give me oh my god.
It is January 16th, 2023, and you're watching the Code Report. Tailwind is the worst way to do CSS, except for all the other ways that have been tried. An epic war erupted yesterday after somebody had the audacity to post a Tailwind snippet on Twitter. The allied Tailwind Alliance defended this code, while the unified CSS fundamentalists said horrible, dehumanizing things about it, like it's not even real CSS. As a result, many insecure nerds suffered slightly hurt feelings from hearing mild, because it's obvious that many people don't even understand them, yet still mean a productive developer is all about using your time wisely. Names that are often pointless. A few weeks later, when you come back to modify this code, it becomes difficult to figure out which styles actually apply to each element, because you've totally forgotten what these class names do. And you might have used these class names in multiple places, so if you try to change it, it could break unexpected parts of the UI. Glance. And that's a very valid criticism, and likely the main turnoff for people if you're using Tailwind and hate the way your HTML looks. The inline fold VS Code extension can automatically minimize it for you. Problem number 2 is that CSS is verbose. Remember, everything in Tailwind is just CSS. Hover over any class to view the actual CSS code. What's cool about it, though, is that it uses clever naming conventions like inset0 to do something in one line of code that would take 6 lines of CSS, because it combines properties and values together. I would estimate that Tailwind results in approximately 1/3 the total amount of code that you would have with vanilla CSS. And the best type of code is the code you never have to write. However, a valid criticism of this approach is that you have to learn an abstraction on top of CSS, which is not ideal. It's always best to use the platform natively, but the web platform is often cruel and vengeful. Now, problem 3 is that CSS gives you too much control over the UI, while frameworks like Bootstrap are too difficult to customize. Tailwind falls right in the middle of these, giving you a standard set of...
I don't get it. Chakra. Like, how does the... Okay, so then how does... Okay, so ignoring this, I know how to use states and stuff, so use states. But then pretty much gonna have to do like a class. The thing is, I'm gonna have to basically just set up a class of like new user or something, and it's, or yeah, user, and then do like new user, and then just get all the user details from it. So we're gonna do like something like user equals new user, and set up a class. So like so let's see. Store and React content setup. Okay, how can I like save? Alright. This one actually gave like a good chat log. That one actually gave like a good chat response. Like I might actually need that. Let's just ask like basic questions here. JS cookie. Reading a cookie, import cookie. Ooh. For server-side cookies, handling in nextJS. How could a cookie be... Like, I don't get it. Does it like... then if we're going to use server side, we might as well do alright, yeah. Use server side cookies. Oh, that's the thing though. If we set up everything, like we're gonna need the server side cookies to begin with. Alright. Anyways, how? Box size. Styled components with emotion style can be styled using what the fuck is that mean? Theme provider. Avoid trying to apply global. Responsive design. I mean, I'm gonna use ChatGPT like to help with a lot of building this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not an easy thing to rebuild. But I don't know like about this. We will have to see. I'm trying to think like there's gonna be different parts of this UI that I'm gonna need to like know how to do. Like this, how am I gonna do this? Oh, that's one thing I didn't even list. Is this playlist editor. This could be smooth. This could be a lot smoother and load everything better. But I want to it's definitely like something that I like more. But I think I also need to change my database a little bit. So like I need to like see how I can update my database to be like not so like I need to map things better. And I did do that last a year and a half ago or something. I need to do it again. But like this UI is gonna be like interesting to do. Like this I'm gonna do like this here. Like I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like this is gonna have its own set of like things here. Like this button will just be a normal button. But like this is just gonna be like site settings and stuff. This I don't know what I'm gonna do. This I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, actually with the background I might not. SAS. App router, theme registry. But then like, so in, okay, but then And then where's the MUI documentation? Where's the themes? Templates. Dashboard. Checkout. Sign in. Log. I like this background color. I like this overall. Where is it? I like this color. Theme, style, color, background. That's the thing though, it's like I don't want to do things like this where it's like things here. So like components needed. So let me think of like components needed, and it's like so components needed pop-up menu. Components needed pop-up menu, buttons, because we're gonna have the same. I think I'm gonna do like the same buttons but like different. Oh no, because buttons are gonna be like different each time. Components needed. Well, we're gonna do like UI panels, like toolbar, bottom page. But the thing with the site is, at first it's gonna have a lot of things missing. Like if I can get the main page set up and have everything working with the main page, honestly, I might just push it live and figure out how to push it live through that. I think it would be, I wonder, let me see. Emotion react, emotion styled. Do I even have emotion? Oh no, I do. Okay. Actually, like, let me just keep this. Because then that would be search bar. We're gonna need a data table. Data table. The data table like component would be a bit odd. I guess tab. No, I guess these are all gonna be separate like components though. Because we're gonna do like this as a component, or like no. This as a component, like to be like it should render or something. And then start with settings and stuff. Import, export, I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I do need to figure this out, like. So I did write down pop-up menu. So like something like this, pop-up menu like this. So let me see, menu. So we're gonna need this. Because we're gonna need the caret menu like this. But I think the way that I'm gonna have to do is each item has its own action, in which I think I know some of these. I don't know. Song lyrics is just gonna be like a text thing here. Honestly, my UI is not that complicated. Like maybe I was just looking at stuff here. Alright, I'll just put this in test 2 or something. Like this. And then, alright, hold on. Index.js. Typography, button, color secondary. Alright, so yeah, and then we'll need to move this over like that. So let me install this. This goes at the root. The nextJS config, and which I have here actually. Common.json, so it's gonna look like this, and then like this, and then my other's gonna be like that, and then app with translation, I don't know why. App with translation, my app. The one thing I don't know about is pages. I don't know where pages actually is, but So you use it like this. Oh, wait, what's that? Language switching. That I don't need. Language detection. Oh, okay, yeah. If I want to set up language detection. Oh no, but then it should, but can I override it? Source dot components. JS cookie. Do 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 do. Okay, I don't know why it wants to do that, but is it always homepage? No, how does it? The fuck is Nuckies? accessible at about. For example, during initial data fetching or based on some condition, you can redirect using redirection to a slash about. What? Log it. But then, how does that work? So slash up now. User visit slash. I see. The funny thing is, thing is my automation stuff works too well for me to try and switch it over to a React project. Okay, my automation, or like, no, my control panel, I might use React.js for that. Like, to me, like, I don't, like, I truly, like, what? I mean, it can render React components on the server and send a pre-rendered HTML to the browser. This provides improved performance and React router. That's actually, honestly, that is better. That is better. Server, so everything here is handled server side, meaning Unless you need what? A serverless environment by default only handles routing API without a custom server. Yeah, you don't need to do that. When custom routing advanced API logic. Custom routing. I mean, custom routing might make sense. Server routing. Actual page post. Query render post ID. That, okay, custom routing. Let's see here. Let's just write this. Okay, okay, I'm trying to think, what else do I need? Like, a lot of these are just, like, UI panels. Like, I'm trying to think, like, logic. I'm trying to think, like, logic stuff. As outside of UI, like, what do I need to, like, know? Because if I need to know something, then it's easier to know it versus, like, now. You know, let me, hold on. Let me open up GitHub, actually. Copilot, let's see. Wait. But Microsoft owns GitHub. I forgot that. Alright, let's see. Okay, that literally did nothing there. Chakra. Wait, but I thought you're supposed to do the file as... Do you do the other? I guess, but I thought... But they don't even have... I don't even know what fucking language they're using here. Search.js. Ew. Why did they do this? They should have just done like a string builder. Post, slug, head, pages, post previews, get post, post components, preview. What's the different interface? Props post metadata, which is coming from here, which I guess, I mean, this is actually useful. Flappy Bird game, sorry. I won't be trying it out, but good luck with it. File ends with MD, get post metadata. Oh wait, this is post. Let's see. Alright, that's a cool project. Let's see here. Thing is, I think I have like Tailwind. I said to use Tailwind in mine, but public. Oh, I guess that's where my images should go. JS, CSS, yeah, that's. App. I'm not very fond of like the pages.tsx. Like it's not. Yo, what's up? I'm just learning nextJS because I plan to do a marathon stream on the week after next. I'm gonna be converting my website to nextJS. Yeah, it has been a while. I haven't done much. I've just been busy. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna spend like 7 or 8 days straight converting my site to nextJS. I'm sort of today and tomorrow I'm gonna just be learning. 5:35 a.m. Damn. Yeah, so I have my project sort of set up here, but I don't have anything like done. So I'm just taking notes of what to do, and then certain things of like references, and then this is my plan. And then I just have some like copy paste stuff of things that would be useful, like when I get to it. Like this search bar thing that I need, looked it up. Dark theme mode, figured that out. So with the different languages, try and figure that out here. Certain things, custom routing. So like things like that, I'm just trying to learn and figure out. And right now I'm just looking at different projects on GitHub to see like how other people did it. I've never used Next.js, so this is new to me. I was gonna use React.js, but everyone told me to use Next.js instead. And I looked at it, and I've been asking ChatGPT a ton of questions. It does have some like better things to do, but the language is a bit confusing. Because I'm gonna be using Material UI, and a lot of this is like new to me, like the way that like this all like I don't know what the hell this means. So I'm gonna be learning a lot here. Is that SVG? Oh god. But yeah, I'm just going to watch the sunrise with your friends. Hey, that's what's up. Yeah, I just need to, with this I need to learn how to do a ton of stuff here, like UI, like component, because I know how to do, like, to me, I hate the CSS like this, class names. To me, I know how to do all this, like, a component, like, thing, but a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna need to do is like move code over. So like once I get the main page set up, I have a ton of stuff I need to do because of this. So I need to get like the first day. What I'm gonna do is get the. So don't you live in California? How you doing? Yeah, I'm safe. Yeah, I'm in San Jose, so I'm not in LA, which is good. I'm not affected by those fires. Um, but yeah, my mom, everyone's been asking me, but I'm good. Yeah, so I need to do this UI, this toolbar, and then this toolbar here, and then this toolbar. And then I need to, like, once I get the UI parts done, then I need to do the logic parts. So, like, I'm gonna move this thing down here to this toolbar. I need to see how toolbars are set up because I don't know how. React.js is supposed to make it more mobile friendly, so I need to see how, like, on mobile, how this would work. I don't know. Because this toolbar, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it like this, but like a button or like something where it expands. Like this React drawer, like this. Wait, no. I guess sort of like this, but I don't know yet which one. But it's gonna be like that, where it's going to be, the UI for the most part is gonna stay the same. The only difference is the color schemes is gonna change. It's not gonna have your own custom color for now. I'm gonna see how much I can get done and have it working to the point where the core functionality is working, so then I could put it on the site. And then I need to work on like the artist page, the stats page, all the other stuff like in the background to have it working. I also will need those. I will still need those PHP. Oh, yeah, I'll still need those PHP scripts for the automation for it. So I'll do that. But yeah, I need to. I'm gonna try and do my best to like get it functionally working. Like there's a lot of UI pages like I have on this screen here. So and especially with the getting it to work with the music like to get the music playing for each like thing. There's a lot of logic based there. So I'm gonna try and write the code in a neat way, like clean, so I can get it right the first time. Because this would be like my 4th UI makeover per se. And only way to like step up from here is like just doing like from pure HTML and stuff. Like next I had to, pun intended, next I have to go to like another framework, which would be React.js or nextJS or whatever framework. But the best thing about nextJS is it's server side, everything's server side, so I don't need to run it on a server. It's already, I just do npm start and it's got itself server hosted basically. So so I don't need to have like custom server file for it, except for certain ways. Like if I need a custom, but there's a lot that I need to learn. So that's what I plan to do today and tomorrow, is learning a ton of stuff, getting resources so like I'm prepared, so I can go in like, when I stream, I'm not gonna really look at chat. I'm literally just gonna be focused. Like I'm gonna get prepared with like getting sodas or like getting like maybe a 5-hour energy or something, like getting things to like stay awake and we're focused solely on this project. Because I need to, if I this is the only window I have this year to like get this done. Because if I don't start it now, I'm not gonna do it. Like, so that's the thing that I'm gonna try and do, is get it started. So that way, over the course of the year, I can slowly get everything else done. Also, some guy from IBM US came to my college for some expert talk. That's cool. Yeah, I'm still with IBM. My contact at my mom never got back to me about the job stuff, so I'm just gonna stay with IBM until like, if I don't get, I'll just wait until March. If I don't get any news, like about like a promotion or anything, like I'm just gonna start looking for something else. I can't. I'll go to like I'll go to Apple. I'll try and like I'll see like what else there is. Like there's Google. There's a Google building near me. I've been trying, but Google's very strict on their application. You can only apply to 3 job applications a month, which is annoying. But yeah, and then I don't know what else there is. There's a Samsung building next to me, but so that might be interesting to go look. Maybe they have some offerings. But I feel like Samsung's like, to me, it's not that big of a company, even though they are. I don't know if there's I don't want to work at PayPal there, but there's a ton of companies near me. I wish it was just as easy to like just walk in and hand in my resume or something. Like I hate that I have to apply online because it's so much like it takes away from the fact of like interacting with people. So it's like they don't know me. They only know me per my application. It's so annoying. Yeah, Samsung is huge outside of the US. That's because their phones are relatively cheap and they have so many different versions. Like they have a and they don't Samsung's different from Android, but they use Android operating system in which that's like wait does Samsung Google owns Android, which is ironic because Google has their own. It's ironic because Google uses their own like operating system. They use Chrome OS for like their stuff, which is funny. But like it's also like funny because like Facebook owns React.js and everything under that. That is true, but like I don't want to. I don't care about fridges. Like I like programming. I don't care about fridges, washing machines, and TVs. Like the one thing I do wish like I had skills in was like what's it like just more engineering skills in terms of like physical hardware. Like if I could program while doing physical hardware stuff, I could be building like robots or like random things like I really want to electronic get it like electrical engineering like and just mechanical engineering, like all types of engineering. Like I just do software engineering, in which I'm very limited to like what products are out there, because like I have ideas for like things that seem futuristic, but like I don't have like all the skill sets to do so, which kind of sucks. Maybe one day I'll look into it. Like once I get this UI stuff done, I have a lot of back-end stuff I need to do. You can learn electronics anytime if you want. That is true, yeah. But like I don't have the time. Like I really, really wish I could just like take a year off and just work on my own projects for like the entire year and see where it goes. The issue I have with that is I can't afford to. If I could afford to take a year off and then still get back to my job, like have a job coming back, I would love to do that. But that issue with that is you're not guaranteed a job back, and a year off is expensive, especially depending on how you want to live it. There is a possibility like I could save up like 100,000, go to Florida, live there for a year, and then do like my own projects, like whatever, and focus a lot on that, and then come back. But I don't know, it's too much. It's too much moving around and too much like things that aren't guaranteed. So that's why like my site progress is very slow since I've started full time. Like I've like looked back at what I did last year for this website, and I did like shit. I did fucking nothing. I truly did not do a lot. I did a lot of back-end stuff, and that's it. Like, I didn't do a lot with the site. Partially because I didn't feel like doing a lot, but I'm only limited to 2 days a week. Saturday and Sunday. Like, I don't like to work on the weekdays, because after I finish with work, I'm tired. And it's also, like, sometimes I'm, like, till 6 or 7 at work, sometimes still doing stuff, even though, like... And plus, I don't know. It doesn't feel right to be coding like on my normal site unless it's like started in the morning. So like unless I start early in the morning, then it feels valid. But like I don't know, like after 5 p.m. if I go to my music site and start working on that, it's a bit different. But I don't know. I want to see. So I am hanging out with Andrea. She's the girl that I met at the concert. I'm hanging out with her next weekend on Saturday. I was gonna go to snowboarding, but that's not happening. I'm not gonna go, even if it's by myself. I'm not gonna go because I looked at how much snow there was, and it didn't report a lot of snow. But I'm also like, I want to, if I have the whole week off following, I want to work on my music site. So that's what I'm planning to do. But I'm gonna hang out with Andrea next Saturday, and I'm gonna show her my music site too. So we're gonna talk. We're just gonna grab coffee, talk a lot, probably. I don't know. And then from there, I'm gonna ask if she wants to go out to dinner. Like, sort of ask her out, I guess. I don't. Hopefully, like that goes well though. Like so then. So like, sort of ask her out and see if she wants to just be friends, then it is what it is. But I don't know. She was gone for a whole month, so it's kind of, to me, it feels awkward. Like I met her a month ago, and it's like Andrea. Her name's Andrea. I met her at the Billie Eilish concert. I got her Instagram and her phone number at that concert too. So I was like, feeling myself. I was like, oh my god, look at me, I'm balling out here. So yeah, and then like, but she went on vacation for like a whole month, like so because of the holidays. So she went to Florida for a whole month, and to me, I don't know, I would hate to be out of like my normal like living environment for a whole month. I feel like that's a lot. I like if I leave my apartment for like more than 4 days, I start getting antsy. I'm like, I want to go back. Like, I feel imprisoned. like there's certain things like I feel like I don't know, like I can't take a long vacation out of my apartment, especially like more than 4 days. I'd say more than 4 days. I start getting like, all right, when do I go back home? I'm tired. Yeah. So yeah, me and Andrea getting coffee. It's, I don't know. My friend says like, oh, it's like a little lunch date. I'm just like, I don't know if it's a date. Like we're just grabbing coffee and just talking and stuff. Like I don't know. I don't really consider it a date, but like if it is, then it is, I guess. I don't know. But I have a feeling it might be me just yapping. Hopefully she can yap too. Because like I love talking. Like if like once I start like talking about my music website, like I would start talking about so many things. Like oh my gosh, but like she's also a programmer too. So like I hope I can start making connections through that. And she works at Oracle. Yeah. Even like when I go outside, I'm just like, yeah, I want to go back home. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff like she likes concerts, so that's also fun. We're just gonna also talk about other stuff too, like our interests and probably like I didn't talk to her a lot over text while she was on vacation. Like me and her talked a little bit, but it wasn't much. I need to reread those texts because I kind of forgot like what was said. So but yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Like I'm trying to like now I'm thinking like I need to like think of like a good like fit to wear. It's probably gonna be cold because it's over in Palo Alto, I think. I don't know. But it's gonna be like I need to think of a good fit. I'm like I don't know. But I'm excited for it. I've been counting down the days. like I hope like since she comes back, she texts a little faster. She said, I think it took her like 4 or 5 days to get back to me on a text, and I'm just kind of like, it's a long time. But I hope it's just because she's on holidays and she's not usually like a slow texter. Because if you text me, I'll respond within the first like few minutes. Like if I can like really like if it's something like I really like can respond to immediately, then I'll just respond. That's one thing I don't understand. Like I know like not everyone texts immediately, but I don't understand people who don't text back like at a reasonable time. Like I texted Emily something, and she hasn't like I texted her on Tuesday. She has not responded to me since like at all about it, in which I assumed maybe because she doesn't want to answer it, but like it's kind of like whatever. Like with Emily, I'm moved. I say I moved on, but like yeah, I'm sort of moved on. I still have her fish. I still have her damn fish. My fish died. I don't know if you saw, which is unfortunate. But her fish is still alive. Technically, her fish is now my fish. Cause I asked her like twice when she wants to pick up her fish tank. She didn't answer at all. So I'm like, all right, it's like to me now. I'm just like, it's my fish. Like, I've taken care of it for like 3 months now. Like this is my fish. What the fuck? So yeah, but I haven't texted Emily. I'm not gonna talk to Emily until she like talks to me first. Because if she talks to me first, I'm gonna be like, well, look what the cat dragged in. Now you want to talk to me. But yeah, slow texters are just very to me. Like I'm just like, just respond back immediately, or like just respond. I can't stand like if people have like, I don't know what it is why people can't respond. Maybe like it's just I don't know. That's the thing. Like to me, it's just like, and the thing is, I respond like immediately. And like my other friend Day, she was like, she asked me about it. Like, you don't have to like respond like immediately, right? I'm just like, yeah, I know, but like, it's kind of who I am. I hate notifications. I hate having something like pending for me to do. Like if I can respond, I'll just respond. Like it's much easier. Like and the thing is, it's very often like even when I'm at work, I'll respond immediately because it's like I'm at work. I think people don't understand like with my work, it's a lot of like I have like sort of a lot of downtime almost because like sometimes I'm like, all right, you gotta go. All right, that's fine. Good luck with the sunset. Have fun with it. I'm gonna just look up some more tutorial stuff here, and then I'm probably gonna end my stream. And then tomorrow I'm gonna be testing some stuff. I can test some of this, but yeah. Wait, sunrise. Oh yeah, sunrise. Yeah. All right, but yeah, good luck with that. Oh yeah, I'm not looking at this. Hey, you too. Have a nice day, and you take care as well. I didn't even listen to the song yet. Vocals: Mac Miller, Larry Fisherman, Malcolm McCormick. Damn, that shit blowing up. good song. A good song. Hold on, checking something real quick. I'm checking out like Kid Cudi. I know he has some good songs, but like, I know he's dropping so much music too. There it is. Oh, this was just a single. Alright. I'm actually probably gonna just end my stream here. There's not much else I want to really do today, actually. I think I got sort of what I thought of, and then tomorrow I'm gonna play around with some of this, and I think what we're going to do is look at how redirections work, and also how components work tomorrow. Once I figure out how components work, and then I guess we'll do like a basic like SQL thing setup. So once I figure out components, SQL. So let's do like thing like for tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow 1/12/5 components. SQL. I guess, yeah, CSS, 4 languages, 5. What the hell did I just talk about? Components, SQL, CSS. Redirection. Alright, that's my plan for tomorrow. Alright, see